So, something we found in the garage on the new property is this cat mansion. It probably weighs about 250 pounds, not even kidding you. It is technically 5 levels high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have never seen a cat house as intricate as this. And the weight just will blow you away. It's just super, super heavy. I don't know if this is custom made. I sure as heck haven't seen something like this at PetSmart or Petco. This thing is enormous. The footprint of it is probably 2 feet by 4 feet, and it's about 6.5 feet tall. There's a pad somewhere over here that needs to go back up top there, but yeah, this thing is enormous. We're gonna try to clean it up because we have cats and dogs, but this is a way for the cats to get away from the dogs. Yeah, we're gonna take a whack at trying to get this thing all cleaned up and looking better. It used to be white. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it is it's pretty dirty. We're gonna see what we can do. What's going on, guys? So we are here at the front of the property, and the next big project we have is to install this Cartel CP-4 automatic gate opener. This is a free exit system. What does that mean? That means that the electric gate we have up front requires a keypad or a button to press to open it. And that also means if we have someone leaving, we have to essentially stand here and wait for them to leave so we can open the gate so they can get out. What this does is this positions a sensor back from the main gate, and when somebody passes over that sensor, they disrupt a magnetic field and it allows the gate to open. So I have the wiring diagram here for the actual gate opener up front. And then I have the actual Cartel device right here. Interesting name, but I'm pretty sure it's somebody's name. Here's all the wiring for it. I already called the company to make sure that it is compatible with our gate opener, and we'll be hardwiring it in place. So we have all of this conduit here that will be trenched underground, and this will, in essence, take the gate opener up to the very front of the property. I think it's about 100 feet back, actually, so. And it will take us to the motor housing right here, which will allow it to control whenever it's opening and closing. And this is a complete solar setup, so there's no hardwired power going to it, and this thing uses extremely low current when it's just in standby mode, so we should be in pretty good shape. So the projects today essentially are going to be to trench out about 6 to 8 inches down so we can run all the conduit, and we can put the sensor further back here where it will detect vehicles passing by it, because they have to pass by at a certain speed to disrupt that magnetic field. So we're gonna get to it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is feed the wiring coming from the CP-4 through all the conduit to get it near the motor housing. So we're doing it one piece at a time. Otherwise you'll find out that it'll get harder and harder and harder to feed it through if you try to just push it all the way through, especially this length. Once we get it down there, we're going to get it connected, and then we're going to test it out before we make all of our final connections. Okay, so we have all the wire fed through. We have them all connected. They said don't glue it, because if you need to service it or remove it for warranty purposes, you don't want to have a challenge doing that. So it's just all kind of snugly connected without any type of adhesive or solvent. But we have it ran out to where we need it now. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and hook it up, make sure it works. And once we've tested it, we'll go ahead and bury it underground with the pickaxe and the trenching shovel we have. But it's all in place. Just got to open up the motor housing and get all my connections made. But I do have a little key that the folks over at Cartel provided me over the phone, so I know exactly what needs to be connected where. So that's really cool. So just got to get the thing open, and we will move on to the connection process. Okay, so we have the end of the PVC right here where the wire's coming through. We have it coiled up. We probably have about another 20 feet of slack. We're at about the 85-foot mark right now. And the wire that we'll be connecting is right here. I need to feed it up through this grommet down at the bottom. We'll make our connections, and we'll be good to go from there. Okay, let's see how it works. We have the sensor positioned right by the driveway right now. Right up here. Got to drive by it. And nothing happened. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. All right, just need to trench it. Okay, so we have everything wired up. We just tested it and it works perfectly. So the truck drives by, the gate starts to open. It's exactly what it should do. Super cool because it's got this really awesome solar panel, has a couple batteries back there. And next, all we need to do is trench this down underneath. So we're going to create a 6 to 8 inch trench that we can run the wire underneath. And unfortunately, I don't have a lawnmower, so we have some folks mowing the grass for us today because mine's in the shop. But we're going to go ahead and get to trenching this in place and wrapping this project up. So basically the process of trenching here is to use a pickaxe. Just kind of work your way back. We're actually only going 3 to 5 inches as all the instructions say. And then he said he'll do the first couple, then I'll do the next couple, and vice versa. So gives me an opportunity to record a little bit of what he's doing here. If you're ever wondering what it takes to trench a little trench so you can put some cable underground, this is what it is. Basically just swinging, breaking it all free, and moving on. Each section here, 10-foot section, should probably take, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to do. So, all right, so we're taking turns. He's got a burst of energy he's working with there. We each make it about, I guess, about 20 feet, but it's a daunting project, trenching with a pickaxe. If I had a tractor, I'd be doing it with a tractor, but I don't. Or a trenching tool, that'd be nice too. I think we're almost done. Are we all the way there to the motorhead?
As far as I can swing without hitting it.
Well, that looks pretty good. All right, so I think we're just about trenched. From there, this is all trenched, even though it doesn't really look like it is. All the way down here. It's a hot day and a very, very hot day for trenching with a pickaxe. Basically, we each took turns. We did about 15 feet-ish each. Then we'd hit this little burst of energy. We'd do an additional 5. We'd hand it over. And yeah, we are almost done. We just have to get the PVC laid down here, cover up some of that wire, and we should be almost wrapped up with this project. We got to clean up the trench a little bit more so we can actually get the PVC into it, but that should be a relatively easy project. Trenching shovel, honestly, didn't come in very handy. Pickaxe worked much better, much faster, and got the job done. So how long you figure it took us to trench this whole thing?
About 15 minutes.
15? Yeah, maybe about 15-20 minutes. All right, well, we're gonna start clearing it out a little bit, dropping that in and covering it back up. Okay, so we are covering it up. It's funny, when you throw the dirt out, you never have enough to fill your trench back up, but looks pretty good so far. Just got to move some more dirt over the trench. Over here, we buried the main sensor somewhere in here about 5 inches deep. It's looking good though. We're stealing dirt from the old post holes that used to be in place for the fence. So this is pretty much it. Then we'll be able to turn the gate back on, drive through, and see how it all works. All right, and as the final project of the day, I went ahead and mounted this camera on this post pointing out this way, because this was the camera I used to have mounted on the BTB RV cargo trailer, and of course I don't need it mounted there anymore. So this also has the LTE SIM card. This is the Reolink GO, their HD camera that is non-pan tilt. It's a static camera. You point it in the direction you want it to go. And yeah, it has an LTE SIM card in it as well, and the solar panels up here, so it maintains the charge on it. Plus these lights that I mounted are going to illuminate the area even more, and hopefully give me all the video footage I would need if I need anything filmed back here, or if I just want to check in. But yeah, we got that one in place. Very, very cool. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, I'd really appreciate it if you took a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.